It is cold today. I gotta come out here, not be in my warm garage, to work on this fiasco I bought. The seller gave me some new tread plate to go along with the trailer when I bought it, so that's not bad. I gotta figure out how to replace some of this. At minimum, I need to fix this hole. This is what this looks like. So I'm gonna cut this floor plate out first, and then I can see what I'm working with. That involves me cutting some of these tracks off. I gotta cut them off at the welds here. Just peel this away. Looks like this is the seam, I think, between the two pieces. And I get to investigate what's going on down here. I'll clean up some of this stuff. I'll probably try to repair this a little bit. That bothers me. Definitely have to fix this. Yeah. Good luck to me.
Like this
How
stuff
do they
is
get metal
weird.
underneath it like that?
The weld goes there because they go underneath it, just kind of tack it in different spots. But this.
But there is different types of weld too, ain't it?
I don't know anything about this stuff.
No, there's several types of different welding. There's
welding
with
like MIG and TIG and stuff.
Yeah, so there's stuff that you
I mean, that doesn't explain why there's a whole. Like, there's almost like they put like a support piece here to like raise it like that like 1 millimeter, and then they welded it to this. That's what it looks like to me, but I don't know what this means. This is the top of the frame, but you can see how the floor has a gap underneath. What is all this stuff that's underneath? I mean, maybe it's just corrosion, and this crumbly crap that's under here is just this metal that rotted away and just kind of swole up.
Possibly.
But in this case, you can still see most of the thickness of the floor, which is just like one of those. Or even that whole piece I threw over there. Easy enough to kind of clean out the edges, and then just lay the new stuff on top. So I think I figured out what this is like actually under the floor sheet. There's like this layer of metal, and then there's this layer of metal that's on top of it. And what I noticed was the sheet just comes off of this. And wherever there's a weld, there's another chunk of stuff just underneath, just kind of like this. Take this. See how it breaks and flops away? I think I figured out what it is. So I'm assuming I'm probably not the first guy to re-floor this thing. Retread, whatever you want to call it. So what happened was probably somebody at some point cut out the sheet, kind of like how I did. I just cut it around the weld and then just peeled it off and put new floors on. So this trailer is from 2005. So it's almost 20 years old. So it's 20 years. I'm probably the second person to do this. So what they did was they just left that chunk right there and just put the new floor on and welded it as is. And that's what those things are.
And this kind of annoys me. So I'm scraping them off. I'm going to do it more properly. I don't know. I'm sure it's perfectly acceptable the way it is. It's an old trailer. It's a rust bucket, but it works. This one fell apart. It just kind of broke. I don't even see a weld on it, but I can get this back in here. Some of these obviously need to be welded again. That's fine. Here you can kind of see where they cut around the corner. This is where I'm starting to cut down on it too. And it's just, that's got to be it. That theory's got to be it.
There's 3 fire trucks here. Hope they're not here for me. I'm gonna go investigate.
I gotta fix this piece that broke off. I was looking at how it was welded. It looks like they welded on the sides. That's what that looks like. Maybe a little bit on top. I'll just do it on top and grind it flat, I guess. And then on this side's a little tricky. I think they did this underneath. I have no idea. All right, not bad. My booger welds, but I mean, should be plenty strong. It's probably better than the broken ones at this rate. Now I'm just gonna do this one. Yeah, gonna hold this one down, tack it in, do the same thing. Alright, it's raining. Time to pack it up for now. Kind of put the sheets up here like shingle style. That way when it rains, the water just kind of goes down. I still have the trailer jacked up and tilted back. Time to come back tomorrow when it's done, right? When it's drier tomorrow. We'll finish this up. Alright, so I posted a video on Instagram about my weld on the other side and people didn't like it, so I ground them down to redo them. This time I cut a little V-groove from some of the tips. Thanks for the tips, guys. And I cranked up the power, and let's give this a try. I need to grind them a little flat so I don't have a bump in the sheet. Looks pretty good. I tried cutting the hitch mount out so I can get at that floor area, but I ended up finding that it was too much trouble, so now I'm just fixing the welds. I already welded up a bunch of this. Hey, these are getting better and better. Look at this stuff. I was able to kind of just beat at the metal and kind of just break it apart. And that's what I'm going to go with. Just going to fix my cuts and call this a day. Start over there. Then I did this upwards. I kind of went down a little bit. Then I came over to do these ones. I'm not very consistent. Then I did that one. And then this was my most recent one that you just watched. All right, I have one more to do right there. Alrighty, I'm pretty happy with this. Oh, that looks kind of bad over here though. I figure it's easier to do this with the floor out because I can actually access it from the top. This is all rusty in here. This was exposed. That certainly does not help the situation, but I have to figure out which wire goes where. I can see the right side blinking right now. Got the hazards on, like I said. Let me get up here, go to the other side. Yeah, that light's not working, but this one is. Everything else works. I know all these little ones light up, so I've got to figure out what wire goes here, and that probably is a good start. It looks like that was cut, probably because this light broke or fell out or something. I don't know. This also is all banged up. Probably hit something on the road. I don't know, man. This whole thing's kind of jank. I do kind of want to fix this part of the floor just because it kind of bothers me. But what's going on down here? Oh, wires. So many wires in here. What's going on? There's one light and there's like a crap ton of wires. Before I chase the taillight any further, I noticed that this light blinks and this one doesn't. So the problem is more forward than the tail light. It's probably that rusty junction box. I found a box that looks just like this one on Amazon. It's like $11 next day shipping. I'm gonna buy a new one and just replace this. I'm gonna throw that away. This is the hitch mounting plate that I got. I'm gonna grind the paint off so I have a good welding surface, and I'm just gonna weld the edges. I got this clamped on. I think that is satisfactory for where it is. Let's weld it on. Alright, looks mostly decent. This one has some holes in it a little bit, but it should be alright. Seems pretty solid. I'll find out when I use it. I got this new power shears thing. It says it can cut through 14 gauge. This is 14 gauge. Let's find out. I've never used something like this before, so how does this work? It's literally just scissors. Alright, so gotta get it so the jaw is open all the way. Slip. Alright, well that's not gonna be fun. So it's gonna go like right here, I think. Okay. There we go. Caught the edge. I'm gonna use the trailer edge as the guide. I think I broke it. Yeah, so that just cracked on the inside. Yeah, so this is 14 gauge. Maybe the problem is the little bump where the tread is. Well, good thing I bought this on an Amex card. It's covered. All right, basically exactly where this needed to be. Not bad, not bad. I decided to use this as a straight edge and it helped me a lot because then I could just get one straight cut through. I started wobbling a little bit here because I was just eyeballing it, but not bad, not bad. One of the problems here is I don't know if these are all wired up the proper way, so this is gonna suck. So I need some way to remember that all of these go together in each particular spot. Probably zip tie them together. That sounds like a good idea. If I can just hoop all these ones together, hoop the next ones together. Yeah, let's do that. Now I know all of these go to that one. I'm gonna shoot this. There we go. Now to take off the next ones. That's broken. There we go. Gives me some more room to work with. This might be why the lights don't work. If this is it, this is completely broke. The only thing holding on to is the heat shrink. Maybe. Looking at the new box here, it is labeled white, black, yellow, red, green, brown, blue, and they tell you what each thing does. That correlates to all the wires in the plug that go to the car. So now I guess this tells me what all those things are. Easy to troubleshoot now. Here we are with a full new junction box. Everything's hooked up, I think, the way I had it. I did the zip tie thing. It works pretty well. You can see I've got my headlights on and the lights are working. And look, even this one's working now. Now we got that light blinking, and this light still works great. These don't work anymore though. I don't know why. It's the same on the other side. Time to seal this bad boy in. So I'm leaving some space between them. I think this will be all right. Because over here, I don't want this butted up against this old one in case I want to start cutting this, or if I decide to sell it before I get to this, in case the next person wants to do it. Because that way they have a clear way to do this and they can always just shift all the plates forward. Because the rear is not a whole plate anyways. Right here. This is not a whole plate. So it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Let's start. Slowly getting better. This is absolute trash over here, but it'll hold. And then I started getting a little bit better over here. Still pretty bad, I guess. I don't know. It's because like this weird edge and then like the thinner stuff. It's not like doing the thicker stuff. Well, this is taking forever, so I'm gonna have to do. This took a long time, man. And plus, this getting all screwed up didn't help me. All right, this is the last day I have to get this ready because I gotta go pick up my cars in a couple days. And it's gonna rain and stuff. So time to seal this up and time for me to get underneath. This is gonna suck. And tack weld this stuff. Yeah, let's go. Ignoring the trash over here, I think this is my best work yet, right there. Now hopefully I can just continue this for the rest of this. I was thinking of doing like the edge and the edge, and I'll probably fill in the middle or something. I'm not sure yet. Let's keep going. Starting to look pretty legit. I had like spaces like where I start again because like I had to like inch back. I'm not good at doing that, but that looks pretty good, man. I'm pretty happy with this. I goofed a little bit there, but you know, I started getting back to it. One problem. I tacked that end that I shouldn't have because now the sheet doesn't have somewhere to kind of expand out that way. I need to cut that part out. Alright, I made my way all the way around, all the way over there. Started getting really crappy over there because of the gap, but look at that. No banging around. Have the batteries as a weight to kind of hold it flat, but you can see where I got really good at it. Right here. All the way down. Yeah. All right, I ran out of argon here, so my tank is empty. That means I'm not going to weld anymore. Luckily, I'm looking at the instructions to set up this thing. I need to kind of align my car with the trailer. So I'm going to make a separate video on how to set this thing up. I'm basically done here. I coated the welds because it keeps raining. This rain is not helping at all, but I got some of this rusty metal primer. I'm going to brush it on. I'm just going to do this, and we are good. Poor bunch. Don't know if that's too much, but I will find out. Spread it around. Easy peasy, right? I bought this cheapo, like $50-something winch. It's a 2,000-pound winch. Never used one before. The winch goes right over here like that. Do this. Drop lock washer on. Once again, this is the Badland 2000 Harbor Freight $50-something 2,000-pound winch. Pretty good deal. It was like cheap. Pretty straightforward. Power positive, power negative, so just battery, and then negative motor and positive motor, red and black. So this is pretty easy peasy. And there is a 50 amp fuse right here. Take this nut out. The power lead here. Crap. This ring terminal is too small. What am I gonna do? I need bigger ring terminals. Hook up your motor lines. Red goes here on the red side, and black goes on the black side. Enlarged my ring terminals. I'm gonna hook this up. All right, how does this work? I know you can disengage this so you can actually free roll the wire. Ah, there we go. It's just stuck. So pull it and turn it to the right. You can see how that comes out. And this pops it back in. That takes it out. Okay. Lock it out here. And you can just free spin. Pop this back in. The reel in button. Ah, look at that. That's cool. This is snazzy. I like this. This is my first winch, and this is my first trailer. All kinds of fun. Here we go. It's ready to go. I need to put the top coat on once this dries a little bit. It's really windy today. I was able to weld this up even though it looks crappier and crappier once in a while. But I'm gonna take this outside while I still can, because right now there's nobody on my street and I can occupy a bunch of the front yard here. It's looking good. The paint's starting to dry. Let's get this junk out of it if possible. It's so windy right now. All right, so let's load this up so I can bring it outside, because otherwise I won't be ready in the morning. So cranking this guy down here. The air ride was starting to pick it up. Let's see. Yep, still 800 pounds like before. Looks good to me. That 800? Yeah, 800. Okay, so I'm not gonna hook up the weight distribution bar things yet. I'm just gonna drag this guy outside so I can get my spot up front, because nobody's here yet. It's Monday. It's a Monday afternoon, and everybody is at work or whatever. So their cars aren't in the way. All right. Okay. I might have to do the whole disconnect and reconnect type thing again. Let's find out. This is also why you got to disconnect your weight distribution bars, because look how far they have turned. Eventually they will bind up and make all kinds of nasty noises, and you could probably damage some stuff. Still looking good so far. All these cameras are kind of handy. You can see the trailer starting to go up on the curb there. It's gonna hop the curb to come down. I just want to make sure one more time Then I'm not gonna take my neighbor's fence out. Ah, yeah, we're good. We're good. Okay. See, I also have more of a better angle because now this is much longer. I am further away from my trailer. Also, that's the stove oven doohickey that caused the whole fire truck mayhem the other day when I was doing this. Ooh. All right, great success. Wasn't that bad coming out, actually, or maybe I got better at it. I don't know. The longer hitch might have helped too, because I was able to turn a little bit more than I was able to before. But we are ready to go for tomorrow. I'm gonna get all my stuff loaded up. I borrowed some ramps from my buddy. Need my other ramps too, and I have to bring all of my straps. Yeah, all of them. All right.